Hey everybody, how are you doing? It is a 12:19 on a Sunday afternoon. Hope everybody is having a good Sunday. As always, check in when you come in, leave your comments below. But I wanted to go ahead and share some information about a conversation I had yesterday with my mom. So yesterday we was talking about all different types of things and stuff like that. And one of the things that we did talk about was the usage of credit cards, debit cards, doing currency exchanges and things like that when you're traveling. And I was telling her about how some credit cards actually have bonus rewards and travel rewards and things like that. And I thought that this would be a good conversation to have with you guys out here in my social media world. Now, when many of us travel, I know I've seen a lot of, because I'm in a lot of different travel groups. And one of the things a lot of people say in order to like save on their travel is to like book all your travel on a credit card. And then you have some that'll say, don't ever use a credit card when you're traveling and blah, 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 blah. But did you know that a lot of these credit card companies actually have programs that would allow you to earn points every time you use the card? Now, having a credit card is not necessarily a bad thing to do. You need credit in your life on some sort of level. But if you're using your credit card in a responsible way and you're responsible with your money, having a credit card is really not going to be bad for you. But if you're irresponsible with your money, having a credit card will definitely be a bad luck. Now, understand some credit card companies will give you cash back. Some will give you travel rewards, just depending on what you use it for. Now, we was talking specifically at one point about JetBlue because my mom travels with JetBlue all the time. That's her favorite airline. And she has something that's set up with them that she keeps earning points and stuff, but she keeps forgetting to use them. Now, JetBlue, Southwest, United, Marriott, Hilton, and a couple other travel companies out there all have major credit cards that you can get. Now, understand when you get these major credit cards, you can use these for your travel expenses. Just be ready to pay it off. The key thing is that to have the funds all ready to take care of those payments and pay them off within 30 to 60 days after you travel, and you'll be fine. And what'll happen is that you're going to earn travel points. Like for me, I signed up my cell phone company, which is now Sprint T-Mobile. And every time I pay my bill off, I get 400 airline points for Southwest. I didn't even realize that was happening until I looked at my bill and I was like, 417, okay, so I get 400 air miles every time I pay my bill on time. Now, I know another friend of mine, she and her family use Southwest. They have a Southwest credit card. Every time they book a flight, they generally do Southwest, but you can book a flight or any travel arrangements with these credit cards. So what happens is every time they book a flight or use the card for anything, there's every credit card company does have certain breakdowns of, like how many rewards or points you'll get depending on the actual charge, So for some of them, groceries get you, say, 2%. Gas will get you 1%. Actual travel thing like rental cars and luggage and flights and hotels will give you 5% or something. You have to look at the cards themselves. But what she does with Southwest is they buy all their travel stuff, all their flights, everything gets put on Southwest. Then they turn around, do all of their hotel stuff. Everything is done with the Southwest credit card. And then they pay the credit card down or completely pay it off, And then she's able to earn free flights for when she wants to travel because she lets her kids use the cards for all the traveling needs and stuff like that. And that's actually pretty smart. Now, when people sit there and they're always saying, because if some of you that are in travel groups, you'll see those people that say, well, I just use my points to travel. That's because like their credit card points, that's because they're using their cards for everything. One of the things I suggested to my mom to do, because, she does like to travel, is to, check with the banks and check with the cards and even check with your debit card companies, because some of your banks also have this program as well. If you use your card for certain places, you'll get some kind of reward point set up. Now, personally, I have a credit card. I have two credit cards. One gives me cash back. One gives me travel points. I chose one of each for both of the cards. And then on the website, the app, on my phone, it actually tells me everything that I'm actually going to get. Now, one of the things we talked about was cruising, right? Now, when you're going to cruise, because I'm getting ready to go to cruise in January out of Miami with Carnival on the Horizon, which I love that. I love that cruise ship. One of the things that we was talking about was the fact that some people won't put a credit card down or a debit card down, and they rather go by cash. Now, when you go by cash on most cruise ships, you have a limit anywhere from $300 to $500, depending on the length of the cruise, before they will actually not only lock your account and won't let you charge anything, but they'll actually lock you out your room to make sure you come downstairs and make a payment. Now, if you have a credit card, right, on file, right, everybody, make sure you check in and let me know who's watching. And all your charges on the cruise ship that you're doing goes to this credit card. Now, mind you, most of us are going to get on a cruise ship and say, I'm not spending no more than X for this week, and have already put the money aside, right? So if you say you're not spending more than $500, great. You put the $500 aside, you have fun on the cruise ship. Every charge you do is going to hit that credit card. And guess what happens? You're going to earn those travel rewards for every single charge on that card. And when you get home, you get your bill, you make your payment. I always suggest check your bill first before you make a payment, just in case. I do that with all of my bills, definitely with my credit cards, make sure all the charges are legit and correct. That's something that you can do, you know. And I honestly, when I travel internationally, 90% of the time, I rather use either my my credit cards or my USAA card, debit card, to do charges, mainly because for one, I always forget to get money for the country I'm going to until I get there. And did you know that when you go ahead and do money exchange at the airport, it tends to be a little bit higher because there's a processing fee? Now, I have learned that some hotels will have the exchange rate, and you can exchange at the hotel and you do get a better rate. But the best rate you're going to get if you ever have to exchange money is going to be at the bank inside of the country. Or get it before you leave the country and get some cash. Now, I do suggest having some of the local money with you, because when you're buying small things, lower amount items, you want to use their money. But honestly, they prefer to get the money in US, because typically US does transfer to a higher rate for them. And majority of them are not going to give you change back in the money you use, but the money of their country. But if you use a credit card, you'll also start earning reward points as well for all of the swipes that you do when you're traveling. And that's really important. That's how a lot of people are earning all these points for their flights, getting discounts for their like their hotel stays. Like, I believe I even earn points when I shop on Amazon and for my Hilton rewards. I know I can use my Hilton rewards to pay for stuff, but I never do. I keep them. Let me just leave those Hilton rewards right there. But there's so many different things that you can do. You can also get a prepaid card that does rewards as well. And that's really great if you definitely don't want to try to get a credit card, or you know you won't get approved for a credit card. Get a prepaid card that has some rewards on it. And as you're getting ready for your trip, instead of putting the money aside in your savings account and then having to pull it or whatever, just put it straight to the card. That way, as you're getting ready for your trip, just say, you know, every month put $100 on a card. If you go 6 months away from the trip, you're going to have $600 plus whatever extra you might have been putting aside when that last paycheck maybe or something. But that's another way to make sure to put money aside. And when you use the card, it's also going to give you some points and rewards if it's set up like that. And guess what? It also helps with your credit. So hopefully these were some good tips and some good things for you to think about and to use. Look at your current credit cards you have right now. See if there are any rewards attached to it, whether it's travel, whether it's cashback. You know, look into seeing about travel rewards, because how great would it be that every time you swiped your credit card to go get gas, you got points for your flight so you can go ahead and travel more? You know, what if every time you went out to eat a great meal, you got points so you could travel to another country and eat a great meal? You know, so these are things to look at. You know, prepaid cards is really great, especially if you have kids traveling with you too, to get those prepaid cards internationally. The main thing is to have a Visa logo on it, because Visa is just about accepted everywhere. But hopefully these tips was great. You enjoyed the conversation. If you have any other tips about credit cards or any credit card companies you think we should look at that have the best travel-based rewards, go ahead and put them into the comments. But as always, everybody, I want you to stay safe, travel often, and of course, eat well. Talk to you guys later.